You are about to listen to a comedy podcast. None of this is medical advice. If you need medical advice or medical care, please contact your doctor.
Welcome to the Jock podcast featuring Dr. London Smith. COVID is red. COVID is blue. Happy Valentine's Day from the Jock crew. Introducing your host, Dr. London Smith.com.
Hello, yes, we have a reservation under the name .com. No, not that .com.
Did you make the reservation? I didn't make the reservation.
Okay, so sorry to explain, the full name, I guess, if you need that to narrow it down. I'm drlondonsmith.com of the Jock podcast. Yeah, okay. And the sub-producer Cameron, of course.
Hi, yeah, no. I don't think they need to know my name. I don't know why the host would need to know my name, but I guess you can just sort of blather that out anytime you want. That's fine.
Well, I also see that, did you know in the house? He's already set up in the corner there.
Yes.
So that's great. All right, so...
are we ready to sit?
Yeah, no, for a vaccine-only restaurant, I feel like this is the first time I've felt safe in a long time going out to eat.
This is the first time I've been to a restaurant in like a year.
Yeah, but for you, it's not like you're boycotting restaurants.
Yeah, well, I'm boycotting the insides of restaurants, yeah. Or the outside.
Yeah.
Like the immediate vicinity of a restaurant.
Mm-hmm. But, today we're both kind of branching out a little bit, and I think that's healthy to do.
And that's only just because I think, the world's so crazy these days that I think, maybe we should, get out more. And so, maybe instead of going to a restaurant all the time and all these people are, drinking and eating, what happened to going to parks?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Dr. London, what happened to it?
I'm not
London,
sure. Sorry.
What happened to it?
So people do still do that.
Where are the parks?
Okay. I've told you this before. They are outside. But anyway, let's get to the table. Thank you.
Right,
yes.
I'm breaking my boycott right now for you because you wanted to do this.
Right. Okay.
What is the special occasion here?
Well, I have some. Well, for one thing, we have our dates. Well, let's get seated before I get into it. Before I unpack it.
Okay.
Okay. Yes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yeah. Here, take this.
Whoa, hey.
If you could take
Whoa.
this. Excuse me.
I don't know if there's a mix-up or something. You guys sitting down? Is this you guys supposed to be here?
Yeah. So we made reservations here for this booth.
Oh, that's really crazy.
And we couldn't see you. You're kind of under the table right now. Do you want to come out from under the table so we can actually see you a little bit?
You know what? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. You guys just push that Cobb salad over. That's fine. Sit down.
Okay.
Hey, how's it going?
He says Cobb salad like there's only one, but there's a ton of Cobb salads right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want if I take the salad off the seat, or
if you want,
okay.
Just make sure not to do anything with it. I'm waiting on somebody. So.
Okay.
We're actually.
Yeah, I'm expecting someone, so I don't know if just so you guys know, you might have to leave or
Okay,
yeah, totally. Yeah, we can shuffle. We can. So we're actually waiting for somebody too. We're waiting.
For
our Valentine's.
Oh my God, that's so cool.
So maybe we can turn this into a bit of a triple date if you don't mind.
I'm honestly very okay with it.
Okay.
I mean, London, are you okay? This dude seems cool, right? He was hanging out under the table. He had a bunch of Cobb salad.
Yeah, and he's got a sort of a tent set up in there as well, made out of, I guess, the napkins. Sure. I guess.
I kept stealing them off the tables on the way to the bathroom.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think you have to steal them. I think you just probably have as many as you want. I don't know.
Napkins? I don't know.
You don't know the rules.
What if it? I didn't ask. I know this is Terry over here. He's gotten me a bunch of water, but other than that, I'm too scared to talk to most of these people.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's not.
And I do notice Terry that you pointed out is not dressed like the other waiters. Is this like a someone that you brought along to give you water?
Yeah, he's just sitting right next to that soda thing with the water thing, and I'm just like, dude, Terry, Fill this up for me.
Oh, so you called him Terry.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
you met
Yeah,
him
that's
like
Terry.
right now. Okay, this is all making a lot more sense. Okay.
Not
Yeah,
a lot
yeah.
more, but
I mean, Dr. Lynn, we should probably get to know our new friend here. What's your name, sir?
I'm Doug. Doug Spritz.
Oh.
Hi, Doug.
Hi, Doug.
My name is
German.
drlondonsmith.com, and this is producer Cameron. We actually
Hi.
have sort of a podcast that we do.
Oh my God! So like all the websites named after you?
Yes.
Well, after sort of after
Are-
the podcast.
Are all
Are you-
websites?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Are
my
you
name.
Mr.com? Or I guess not .govs. That's not you. But like Yahoo.com. Is that you too?
There's a loose
Is that
affiliation.
or is that your family?
I've,
Okay.
I,
All right.
I've never even considered this, but this makes so much sense. He loves doing this whole like .com thing. And Dr. London, you've been hiding. I mean, you've got Google money backing you, Apple money backing you, all these .com sites. Are you
Yeah.
getting royalties off that?
Yeah, well, it's and look, I don't want to say that I come from a place of money because I'd like to think that I'm separately pretty self-made. Like
Is your dad John.com?
Yes.
okay, he has gone by that name. Why do you?
Oh my God. That's the creator of the internet, right? That's the guy.
Okay,
Yeah, John Com.
yeah,
Yeah.
He died in that skiing accident.
yeah, allegedly.
I was broken up about that. I was sorry to hear that. I'm sorry about your loss.
Dr. London, do you think your father is still alive secretly?
Whenever there's so much, and I don't want to say money, but whenever there's some wealth and there's controversy, whenever there's a big system making everything happen, then sometimes someone could get into an accident, but really they are trying to bring up a new identity and a new internet.
So you
under
think
that
your
identity?
your father's still alive and he's just intentionally ignoring you, like he's not reaching out to you on purpose?
Yeah, you mean ignoring me because of how much I reach out to him? Yeah.
So you do reach out to him.
And he
This
responds.
is messed up.
He doesn't. I wouldn't. Okay, respond is a strong word. No, I guess he does respond. So like I've sent letters and then they've come back because they don't like have the right address or something. So I guess that's him communicating to me that he affirms my words.
You think like if you get a magazine in the mail or something, you think that's your dad like sending you clues, or is that what you're trying to get at?
Well, I'm that as well. But no, I was just saying whenever I send out a letter to him, he sends that same letter back to me. Just to let me know,
okay, I
like,
see.
your words matter so much. I want you to hold on to them. Because I'm guessing he can't.
Okay. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Wow. This seems dark.
It's sad is what it is.
Don't feel
is
bad.
that-
Don't feel sad for Dr. Linden. Apparently, he is just flowing
He's rolling in it.
in that sweet
.com
green
money.
cash.
Well, I don't know about. I mean, like I said, I studied hard. I applied myself, and now, we just have this podcast to educate people, and that's really what I'm about.
Well, I commend that, and I am glad to hear that your father is alive and well, and I'm sorry for your sad relationship with him.
And I'd love to borrow some money. I would love that. That'd be awesome.
Are we floating that right now?
No. So
Okay,
maybe we can switch over to Doug. Tell us about yourself. What do you do?
I've yet to pay for any of these Cobb salads, so I'm just floating that.
How long have you been here?
Like, I don't know, Terry, how long I've been here? All right. Come on. Stop it, Terry. Oh, man. He's rolling his eyes at me again. Two
Barely looked up.
2 weeks?
Yeah, I was gonna say some of the salad. It does not look fresh.
If it smells, I've gotten used to it. And
yeah.
if I'm sorry if that's an issue, we can get these maybe taken, like some of the older ones we can get taken, but we got to leave some of them.
So Doug, what do you do for your day job? You've heard I'm a doctor.
He's a doctor. I'm kind of a philanthropist as well as a sort of producer on the side.
I used to, be in electronics. I was a manager over at Best Buy.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. You guys got Best Buy where you're at?
Yeah. I mean, I've
think so.
definitely been to a Best Buy.
Okay,
You say,
okay.
You say like you used to do that as in pre-restaurant you. That
Pre-restaurant me.
Yeah, and that's kind of like a different.
I gotta say,
that's a lifetime ago.
they were a little upset. Honestly,
Yeah.
they weren't happy.
They must be kind of polite in that they've let you stay here for this long.
I don't know that they know that I'm here. I didn't inform anybody. If somebody in a blue polo walks in the door, let me know. I gotta get back under this table.
When you say they, are you referring to the Best Buy employees, or are you referring to the employees of this restaurant?
If any of these people work at both Best Buy and this restaurant, I need to know that as well.
Yeah, you're screwed.
Yeah. Don't know what I'll do.
Okay.
Yeah.
But-
So, I mean, I think that probably is the case. Like, they don't know you're here. They just see this sort of continuously growing pile of Cobb salad bowls that sort of evolves over time.
I thought about trying to order something different. I was looking over the menu a bunch, but I just went with Cobb salad every time. It's a winner.
It's a good choice.
Speaking of which, do we want to get an order in? Because I don't think that
Yes.
it's actually getting really close to the time that dates are
Do we
supposed to
do
arrive.
appetizers?
Okay, yeah. My date's supposed to get here soon too.
Yeah, and my date, I mean,
It's actually a little late now. Like, they should be here any minute. Then.
they should be here any minute. So let's just get the apps now, and that
Yeah.
way when it's here, they can have something to eat already at the table. We don't have to wait.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to get the...
So Terry, Terry? Is Terry? Okay, well, his name tag says Jonathan. Does he prefer Terry?
Terry, just take the order, dude.
Okay.
Don't be weird about this.
Okay. Cameron, what are you getting?
Terry is so awkward.
Terry, can you turn around?
Oh my
Can you
god,
turn
Terry's
around real quick?
so awkward.
Did you see the way he turned around? It was so weird.
Dude,
guys,
he doesn't know what to do with his hands. He's just like putting his hands to his side. Oh my gosh.
You're being kind of mean, guys.
Me and Terry go back. We're fine. Don't worry. Terry, I love you. Like a brother and a sister at the same time.
He seems to just mostly stare at you when you talk at him, really. I don't want to say talk to him.
Well, he shouldn't be. I told him to turn around. Come on, dude. Okay, now you can turn back around, Terry. We're going to have, what'd you say you're going to have?
Oh, well, now he's just turning around. Oh, you can stop, sir. You can
Take
stop
it.
turning around. That's
If you could take
okay.
up-
Honestly, if he can write it down while spinning, that's fine with me.
Okay. Keep spinning, sir. Okay. I want some of these tuna holes. You know, they're like little fried donut holes, but they're chock full of tuna, and then they've got some glazed tuna sauce on top of it.
Right.
I've had those 7 times since I've been here, and gotta say, good choice.
Ooh. So I'm going to get those, and then I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to get no olives with that.
Okay.
London,
for me,
what do you want?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do you guys mind if I order a few things just for the table?
Yeah, sure, man.
Okay.
For which
you're paying for it, right? It's on you.
For
Yeah,
our
this is all
table.
on
paying
you.
for it?
Well, this is
Right.
we'll,
Okay,
we'll
okay.
charge it to the Patreon.
Yeah, company card.
And
Yeah,
you
so-
want to order for this table, right?
Yeah, for the one we're sitting at.
For
yes.
this one, not that one, because those people already have food.
Okay. So
Hey,
we'll-
Terry, can you get these Cobb salads out of here too, man? Come on. They've just been sitting here. My friends say they smell bad.
well, I
You
think
could
you
leave
I don't
said
think
that.
they smell bad.
You could leave a couple of them. I've been kind of snacking on some of these. Like they're
Okay.
old.
Okay.
They look old, but
Yeah.
you know, it's nature.
I don't
right?
trust that blue cheese. Yeah.
Well, when it turns blue, yeah. So anyway,
Yeah, it
for
started
me,
as ranch.
Terry, to get started, let's see. I'll go ahead and I'll get some bologna cake, some pickled corn dogs, but hold the pickle. Let's see, garlicky marrow.
Hold the
bruschetta.
dog too. Actually, can we hold the dog on that too? I'm trying to watch my weight.
Well, can you have the dog
I'm
on the
allergic
side
to
then?
corn.
Just because I like to snack on a little bit. Some Velveeta and ketchup on Ritz crackers. Let's see what else on the menu. Mini carrot dogs in a blanket. Chicken feet, ham and cheese cubes on Triscuits.
You're ordering all of these?
Well, so that's why I asked. It's for the table. It's not just for me. And our dates are coming. I don't want.
Yeah, but I don't think 6 people need 30, 40 appetizers.
We can share some with Terry if you want some. Terry, if you want any of this, just grab some.
So just I'm seeing things, and maybe it's one of those things where you shouldn't order or you shouldn't go shopping when you're hungry. But
oh yeah,
unless
do you want to take our table and then push it together with those people?
Just so we have enough room for all the appetizers?
Just so there's more room and more people like eating it.
Okay, yeah.
Well, Velveeta on crackers, it travels well, so you could take that home after.
Okay.
So.
Ooh, yeah. Let's get that to go blended, and then let's go ahead and just take the table. We're just gonna press it over.
Yeah.
Sorry, excuse me.
This is all right.
So you can have like a birthday party.
Okay.
Knocked a Cobb salad in my lap.
Yeah, no, I'm so sorry.
It's
I'm so
fine.
sorry.
We just need the space. We're doing like 30 to 40 appetizers. We just need the space. So if you could just move down, we can move these balloons and these cards and these presents down. And okay, now we've got the space.
Okay. All right. So, sorry. And to drink, I will have a hot chocolate with cheese, please.
I'm so nervous.
Yeah, I know. For our dates.
Oh my god.
Do you want to?
Doug, did you want a nap? It's on us.
Everything you got sounded pretty good.
Okay. So we'll get two.
Yeah, let's double everything.
Yeah, and those like those little cheeseburgers that are actually not cheeseburgers that are cake. I want those.
Okay.
Oh, cake burgers.
You cut it in half, it's cake.
Yeah, dude, that's so crazy.
That is so
something's
crazy.
not cake, and then you cut into it, and it's cake.
That's why I came to this place. I follow them on YouTube.
Wow, yeah. I mean, I only came here just because it's the only vaccinated restaurant in the city.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I actually have been here since before they put that into play. So,
I mean, before.
But I'm definitely quarantined, I guess. Like, I haven't gone anywhere 2 weeks.
I would say that's true, but that seems pretty safe. But you had said you'd been here for 2 weeks, but I feel like they made that change at least a month ago. So you don't know how long you've been here. You don't have a
my phone died. It died.
Yeah, that makes sense. You didn't bring a charger with you.
I didn't bring a charger. There's not an outlet anywhere near here. I asked Terry. He wasn't any help.
Well, I see that you've made some marks on the wall here, kind of like people do in prison when trying to mark the days. Is that what this is?
Oh yeah, that's exactly. I've broken 4 forks doing that, but I didn't think to count them all up.
Right.
That's the hardest part of tallying is the counting after.
Yeah. I lose count like after 5, but if I concentrate, let's see.
It's all right. We don't need to concentrate. We know it's been...
Okay. I got up to 60, but there was more.
No, have we figured out why you're staying here so long? I know you said you're waiting for a date, but now I'm trying to figure this...
I got somebody coming.
Now I'm kind of doing the math here. Was the date supposed to meet you like a month ago when you first arrived? Or did you come here a month in advance to prepare?
If that's what the tallies say, then yes. I'd follow those facts. I'm going to stick to the facts of the tallies.
The tallies are now infallible. Okay.
They're raw data.
Yeah, it is raw data. Okay.
I might have missed a few here and there, but yeah.
I mean, Dr. London, I'm going to talk to Dr. London privately for 1 second.
So we'll just scooch over. Sorry to all these other people here. If you could take our spots for a second.
Excuse me,
I'm going to hop
sir.
back under this table.
Sorry.
Yeah, just go. Just seems.
If you could.
Did you see how he scurried down there? That was a scurry. He seems very comfortable down there.
It's a strong scurry, though.
I've got to be honest. I don't think this guy's date is going to show up. It's already been like at least 30-something days.
Don't say that. We don't know. Like, maybe that's just the kind of person that he's into. Someone who's
a little aloof,
a month or more late. Yeah, like
mysterious. You know,
some people are like. Some people are really bad at remembering appointments, or certain times of the like they'll be like, oh, it's Wednesday. Whoops.
And I mean, she could be like getting ready too.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Because I know sometimes girls take a while to get ready.
That's what I've
read about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. We can get back. We can get back to it. Oh, okay.
Yep, sorry.
Haha, that was really fun, Doctor.
Hey.
I'm glad we got to talk about our team, our favorite teams.
Yes. At the dodgeball rally.
The swim team.
Swimming the dodge.
Swimming and dodgeball. It's a new type of triathlon.
Oh wow! I hope that goes well for you guys.
Thank you.
It's going to awful. It's terrible, but I don't want to.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, I mean, Dr. Lynn, what do we? I mean, our dates are gonna. Our dates.
Yeah. Do you want to share maybe about your date? Like, because I know you've talked about it some to me.
Me?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, Cameron.
Oh yeah.
Just because you've mentioned like you really like her, and it hasn't been that long, but you're excited for a Valentine's thing.
It was pretty cute, kind of a traditional meet cute, I would say, at the bookstore.
Oh, yeah,
that's adorable.
We both reached for the same bathroom handle. We were in the bathroom at the same time, and we had. It was like a single stall bathroom, but it was kind of dark. It was very complicated. And anyway, so we were reaching for it at the same time. We were like, oh, excuse me. And we thought that was really funny that like two people at the same time, like, isn't that kind of, cosmic in a way? Like, it's destiny.
As long as you guys had washed your hands first, and yeah, that's adorable.
I don't have to do that anymore. That's a whole the sweat on my palms actually have sort of antibacterial properties.
Wow, that's doctor, that sounds awesome.
No, that's not really how, but go on, Cameron.
Oh yeah, she makes me laugh, she makes me sing songs about love, Dr. London.
Well, when you say she makes you, is this like is it a bullying situation?
Is this like a kink thing? She just tells you what to do?
It's not bullying. I could take a joke. That's why I'm laughing so much. It's funny. Like,
okay.
I'm not, dude, I'm not like a snowflake, okay? I'm not like gonna get offended when someone is like, leave me alone. Why are you in the bathroom? Like, I'm not gonna be like this kind of guy. Like, I can take a joke,
Yeah.
That's just me. I'm no judgment on anyone.
Right.
You sound like a good guy.
It's... the amount of gifts I've been leaving her recently, I think really, really enforced the idea that I am a good guy. And she must...
On her porch?
Gifts or gifts? Or in her phone?
Well,
her phone porch.
Oh,
Well, it's GIFs, GIFs, on her porch. I was printing them out frame by frame.
They don't work that way.
Well, no. Have you ever done...
Do you bind them like a flip book?
I was about to say, have you ever done it like a flip book?
I haven't. You're right. You got me.
It's sort of unbelievable to me that someone hasn't printed out frame by frame that GIF of Michael Jackson eating popcorn and then done it like a flip book for their sweetie. Like, it's 2021. I feel like everyone is doing this, right?
Yeah, too bad, it's Valentine's Day now. Otherwise, people could do that.
Yeah.
For next year.
So you said that you'd leave it on her porch. So it sounds like, I don't know, it makes me think of like how a cat will leave, like a dead bird or a dead mouse at the porch in order to like, like say, look, I did this. Look, how, are you proud of me for doing this? Did you just left it on the porch, and did you, like, is there a back and forth communication? I guess is what I'm asking. Like, did she communicate back to you?
No, because GIFs don't have sound, so they're silent.
Okay, but does she give you back?
I think that's sort of that. This is where we get into sort of a complicated territory with the concept of like giving back, because, you know, she gave me back the things that I had given her, but isn't that just as special as a gift?
Oh,
Did you ask her to come here via GIF?
I did. Yeah, I used.
No.
So I used.
Okay. All right.
There's a fun
Dude, I don't
GIF.
think your date's coming.
No, my date's definitely coming. I bought this suit just
All right.
for it. Of course, the date's coming.
All right.
It's the love of my life. And I invited her to a date using like a Taylor Swift GIF from the music video of "You Belong with Me," when she's like, you know what? How Taylor Swift is so nerdy and guys don't like her. And that's really what the video's about, because the guy she wants is really into the popular girls.
She wears T-shirts.
Exactly. She's such a dork, but people don't realize that like underneath that is something special. And so I sent that gift to her. I feel like she got the idea, and now we're just gotta sit and wait.
Yeah, which it's kind of weird. It's actually been like I was scared that we were gonna be late.
Sorry, can we get another round of tuna holes? Extra tuna sauce.
Could you add a
You blew through those,
cream
dude.
cheese and jelly
That was
sandwich
2
to
orders.
that, and then maybe some cottage cheese and mayonnaise? Yeah, thank you.
You guys got Winchester toilets?
Not
Oh
with
man,
me.
you guys got to try these. You guys got to try these. You guys got to try these.
Is this a drink?
No, it's a food.
Okay.
Oh,
And it does
like I chew it.
you eat it through the mouth?
I've seen it done that way.
Okay.
Okay, I definitely do need to try this.
Majority
Okay.
of the time.
And is it okay? So are they bringing it around now? Is that
Yeah, check these things out.
okay?
They make them real fast.
Okay.
They can blow these things out. Okay, so what we have here is a pastry shell, and then
Okay.
just like kind of whatever else they had back there. So there's like some carrots I'm seeing, just some peels, various peels, a bone. So
Okay.
yeah, man,
Okay.
it's
and is
good.
Okay. And
It
okay. I
doesn't-
see they're
but
bringing
I-
over the lighter.
I do want to mention I
There
don't like
is
how
gluten.
like you say it's a food that we eat and not drink, but it doesn't seem to conform to a shape.
It all fits in this little cup.
I guess
A
that's true.
like a toilet.
Just like a toilet.
Don't you
Yeah,
get
I mean,
it?
I can't argue with that.
You can't
All right, give me
flush
some of
them.
those bad boys.
Yeah,
Down the hatch.
I told
good.
you, right?
That's good.
I told you.
It hurts. It hurts really bad.
Yeah, you're not
Going
supposed to.
Just can I borrow one of your napkins?
Oh, am I not supposed to swallow it? I'm supposed to chew it like gum?
Well, these are actually all. I made a Megan napkin out of this one napkin. All these napkins, so you can use that if you want. It's about 40 napkins.
Okay.
It's been
Yeah,
a
if we could
blanket.
just-
I've
yeah,
been
that
using
makes
it,
sense.
tucking myself in.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I mean, Dr. London, do you want to talk about your date some? Or
Yeah. Yeah, so actually, I know, I don't know, I don't always talk about my sort of romantic private life, but that's, I don't know, it's just kind of, I found someone, I guess is it. So,
Wow.
yeah, and it, it's so uncommon to find someone, but anyway, her name is Tarfton Fambringo, and yeah, and
she's Canadian, obviously.
yeah, that's right.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Saskatchewan.
No, she's an import. And
Very
so
international. That's pretty cool, Dr. London. Very open-minded too.
thank you. Yeah, you know that I've been trying to work on that.
Yes.
Yeah, so I've been trying to be more open-minded about, recognizing
Canadians.
nations.
Canadians.
People above the border, yeah.
Yeah,
Recognizing
and below
nations?
and around. Basically, I come from a family that doesn't necessarily believe in other countries. And it's one of those traditional things that like I've, when I went to school,
Like the movie theater.
yeah, a lot like that. So whenever I whenever I do this, whenever I meet people, I'm having to be self-aware and say, if they have an accent and they're from another country, that's okay and it's not made up. So if that, I know that might be pushing some buttons for our listeners, and I don't want to sound crazy and whatever, but that's I've had to be accepting in that way. In any case, so
Powerful.
there's this girl, and so we met at the well, it was formerly an ice skating rink. Now it's a fishing area.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Fish and skate.
yeah, fish and skate.
Global warming.
Yeah. So I should say they do still skate around there, but I went in and then cut the hole in the ice.
Well, and Doug makes a good point. It's the reason they had to convert to this is because of global warming, right?
Mm-hmm. I assume I didn't. I know I'm not as tight
Because it
with
melts the
security.
ice down so much.
Yeah,
Bastards.
I'm not as tight with mall scientists as you are.
Yeah.
Which that's one
That's
of those
what I
things.
majored in.
Yeah.
Mall science.
Mall science. Yep.
Yeah. So anyway, so I was digging a hole in the ice, or I guess drilling using one of those hand drill things, and she came up and said, I'm trying to skate here, but she said it in one of those crazy accents, and so I was like,
Hey.
yeah, what are you? And so there was a lot, like I'd say for the first few weeks of knowing each other, I couldn't tell a word she said. Just the accent was so strong. She kept on saying stuff like "a" and "sorry," and I couldn't get it. I don't know.
So French.
French
Canadian then.
I'm trying to be open, but I really don't know. But I know that she was. It sounded like a Canada or Canada, something like that. All I know is Candida, which is a yeast infection. So that's kind of where I'm coming from on this. So anyway,
So you just hear key words that sound like kind of medical-y words out in the wild, and your ears perk up like a little puppy.
that's right. I mean, that's
You hear something that kind of sounds like a yeast infection, and you go, "Oh."
That's right. So I'm drilling and I hear this yeast infection, and I'm starting to get really pumped about it.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, and so she comes, she says, "Please stop," I think, and then we start talking about yeast infections. I think once again it might have been all one-sided, but then we went out to eat and stuff. Anyway, so for a few weeks. Yeah, we've been getting along great. She showed me that you can actually do the same kind of ice fishing outside, which I had no idea that people did that.
Are you catching fish in there?
No,
I didn't take mall science. I don't know.
Yeah, so Cameron will usually bring in, because he takes it upon himself to do a lot of things at the mall. He'll bring in fish and he'll supply the ice rink with fish.
Oh,
so
wow.
I can't say that there are any at the start.
Okay.
Of the
So
season.
I can't go to any mall and do this.
I can't tell you. I can't prove a negative. That doesn't make sense to me. But
Okay.
Dr. London, if he doesn't know the objective right answer, he struggles with using basic human knowledge and common sense to figure out the answer. Dr. London sticks with what he's studied. He has not studied malls,
not like Cameron, for sure.
I could say, Dr. London is the last mall we went to really a bread factory? And you would have to say, I don't know, because you didn't study that. Even though it's an absurd question that anyone else would be able to just figure out with common sense. That's not Dr. London's specialty.
Unless they have a Sbarro, and then it's like they make bread there.
That is true. Sbarro, Panera.
Or Panera, however you say it. So anyway, so what led up to this date night was we were, she and I, me and Tarfton, we were out and we were kind of in this outside area. It was really beautiful. There was a statue and stuff, which they were tearing down. And then, she said something about her mom getting a colonoscopy. And I, once again, as Cameron said, my ears perked up.
Right up.
Yeah. And then our song was playing, and it was this strange moment. And the song, it goes, "You're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down.
I also associate that with colonoscopies.
Yeah. And so that's our song. That was playing at the skating rink as well. And maybe someday we'll dance to it. Anyway,
That's so cute.
Yeah. So anyway, that song was playing and it was such a picturesque moment. So I got down on one knee and, I said like, speaking of colonoscopies, colorectal cancer is actually the third most common cancer in the United States.
Whoa.
Yeah, and so she covers her mouth for a second. She seems like her face seemed a little confused, but mostly like excited tears were kind of starting to form.
You think
in her
you're
eyes.
turning her on at this point?
Oh no, did her dad die of colorectal cancer and she started crying?
Not that she mentioned, but like, and maybe my view was weird from being on one knee, but so maybe it just looked like she was crying. Anyway, so I said, well, so if we look at the gastrointestinal system, there's actually an important concept to understand, namely that
Did you pull out
symptoms.
a chart?
What was that?
Did you pull out a chart? You start showing her the colorectal system?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that okay? That's just how.
It's a move. I haven't heard of that one before.
Yeah, I would say that's a legitimate move.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean,
and you have to understand, coming from Dr. London, this is a huge step.
Yeah. I ain't knocking it because I ain't tried it.
Yep.
Right. Yeah. So I have the poster out and I'm saying, so there's an important concept. Symptoms will look different depending on what location within the digestive tract a problem occurs. So if there's bleeding, there's likely to be anemia, which is, low blood count, or red blood cell count specifically. But there's only frank blood if that bleeding occurs very close to the end of the tract in the left colon and anus. And so I pointed that on the diagram, and she's still
kind huge mistake, Dr. London. I didn't want to say anything, but you can't, like, on a first date, bring up anus.
Oh, I thought you were mad that he said diaphragm instead of diagram. I was like, that's not a huge mistake. He's fine.
No, that's just Dr. London. That's just how he talks. But to me, it's just like bringing up anus so quickly, Dr. London, too forward.
Well, see, I guess I just thought things were going so well, and it's just, it's a medical term. So I was, anyway, but then I said, of course, that, but blood gets degraded if the bleeding starts earlier in the digestive tract. So stool may just look darkened or black.
As a doctor, you got to be saying anus all the time anyway, so it makes sense to me.
That's true. You want to get her used to sort of the life she's buying into.
Yeah.
Which is, you're throwing around anus, you're throwing around, like, anal glands.
Yeah, I'm throwing around all the time. Chucking it, yeah. So I'm saying that the stool may look dark or black, and if there's bleeding in the right colon or higher. So that's, I was like telling her that's sort of a framework to bear in mind going forward. And then at that point, she does seem confused and a little horrified. And so I'm thinking, like, maybe this is such an empty hole where knowledge should be, and she's just realizing that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Oh, and I should say also that at this point,
it's
I've
hard
been
to be
talking for a little
confronted
bit.
with your ignorance.
Yeah, and I know girls were really impressed by that, especially in that kind of setting. So, and I guess everyone else there was too, because people were bringing out their cameras and stuff. Because I was kneeling and I had like a toy in my hand that I was kind of fiddling with, that I was holding up in front of me. It came in a little box, but anyway, so I said, of course, everyone over the age of 50 years old is at increased risk for colorectal cancer, and this is why people begin to undergo colonoscopies at that point in life. Though, even at that moment specifically, recommendations are shifting towards 45 years old for colonoscopies. I'm not always great at reading people, but I feel like she was really getting into that. So
I was about to say, she's got to be like on fire at this point, right? She's losing it.
Yeah, like she was like tears were streaming down her cheeks. And
I mean, you've pulled out all the classic tricks.
Yeah, and
There's a statue.
it still sounded like she was maybe waiting to hear something else, like maybe waiting for me to change the subject. So I was like, okay, I guess I got to get a little bit more into pathology. So I was like, okay, so colonoscopies are done to look for edematous polyps, which are pre-malignant lesions. So in other words, they have characteristics, that make them predisposed to becoming cancerous. Villus adenomas in particular have a higher chance of becoming malignant as opposed to the tubular ones. The larger the size of the adenomatous polyps, the greater the number, the higher risk of the cancer. And so at this point, she
is losing it. Has to be.
Yeah, it was really hard to read. Really
is
hard
she
to
down
read.
on one knee at this point?
So she's got her hands covering her face, and she said, like, is this what I think it is? And I was like, yeah, well, yeah. What does it look like? Yes, I'm, in my head I'm thinking, finally someone is getting really excited about learning about the digestive system and cancer screening, all of that. Like, it's
So have you
so
tried this
important.
before?
What?
Have you tried this before with previous dates? You run this by anybody before, and this is when it finally clicked with somebody?
I don't think I've ever liked anyone enough to do something like this.
Wow.
Dr. London really does play like hard to get, and it's you've got to be really invested in someone, and so that's why I'm excited to meet this woman. I mean, it sounds like
Oh yeah.
I feel honored to be here, honestly.
it sounds like
I'm
this
glad
is a
you
big
guys
deal.
sat down here.
And what's crazy is, I'm not finished with the whole story, but that was today. That was actually today that this happened.
That was today?
wow.
So you
Yes.
asked her to come here immediately following this,
Yeah, well, and spoiler, I don't want to. So anyway, I tell her also, inflammatory bowel disease, whether Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis, also poses an increased risk for colorectal cancer, with ulcerative colitis having a greater risk, so much so that these patients with ulcerative colitis should begin surveillance colonoscopy for colorectal carcinoma 8 years after they are first diagnosed. Family history of a first-degree relative having colorectal cancer also increases a patient's risk, so that's something to watch out for with her mother, getting the colonoscopy if something's
that's
wrong.
kind of you.
Maybe, yeah, just bear it in mind. Yeah, I also told her dietary factors can influence this risk, with a high fat and low fiber diet associated with a higher risk of colorectal cancer. And then I did stop and I clarified, because at this point,
higher than what?
a higher
No
risk.
no one's higher than me right now, buddy. You kidding?
Smoke weed every day.
When I say that there's a higher risk, it wasn't saying, like, I know you're, I can see the smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that's allowed, but I'm on board for it.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, what's his name again? He
Terry?
hooked me up. Yeah, Terry hooked me up.
What the Terry?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
This whole time, 2 weeks or 7 months, I don't know what it says. I lost count of the tallies, but, I could have used something, Terry.
Wow, just when you say his name, he just piercing eyes staring at you like with death. He does not like you.
Is that what you see? I see a rapport that's been built up over time, that I see love behind those eyes, and I see a friendship that's going to last a lifetime.
So when he doesn't reply to you and he just stares at you, you think that's sort of like banter.
I know what Terry's thinking and saying in his brain is.
Oh, so he doesn't even have to speak and y'all just are kind of in sync like that. That's awesome.
Hey,
That's-
yeah. Right now,
just like talking
I'm like,
to me.
Terry, what the f***? And he's like, actually, sorry, dude. I wish that I had let you know. I didn't know you were into that thing. And, we're cool about it. I'm over it.
Okay.
Thanks, Terry.
So- And I hate to get back, but like, I really want to share what happened. So
Oh,
at
yeah, I'm
this
so
point,
sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm on one knee. I've got, like, there's a whole crowd that's gathered now. Like, everyone's got their phones out. They're recording it.
They're losing it.
Oh, they're so excited. They're cheering, and I'm like, okay, yeah, great. You're excited about medicine. I love that. So I said, the reason why we screen with colonoscopy is because colon cancer can grow a lot in the abdomen before showing symptoms, so the disease can become relatively advanced by the time it becomes symptomatic. Symptoms can be, sort of lesser things like black tarry stools, dark stools that are sticky from partially digested blood, abdominal pain, change in bowel habits, or unexplained iron deficiency anemia. But other signs and symptoms can include abdominal pain caused by partial obstruction of the intestinal tract or peritoneal dissemination from spread outside of the intestinal tract. Colorectal cancer is actually the most common cause of large bowel obstruction in adults. And if that obstruction perforates the bowel, that can lead to a peritonitis that is a life-threatening complication. Patients may also experience weight loss or blood in the stool. If the tumor is located on the right side, obstruction is unusual actually because it's larger luminal diameter, so the large tumor can go undetected. A change in bowel habits from a tumor in this location on the right side would also be, unlikely. But again, occult blood in the stool, iron deficiency anemia, and melanoma are changes to look for there. And so,
wow. Terry, can we get some more Winchester toilets, please?
And so at this point, she didn't seem as happy.
And Terry, can I get the muscle? Not muscles, the muscle.
Are you trying to get their bouncer over here?
Okay, thank
Because
you.
I think it is a sumo wrestler.
No, it says on the menu, it just says the muscle, and then underneath it has a bunch of question marks.
Oh, man.
So I think it's like maybe a mystery
Like
muscle from
a special
animal.
sandwich or like an Arnold Palmer, but a muscle.
Ooh, actually, can we get this in like an Arnold Palmer format? If you could just get me the muscle and sort of like convert it to an Arnold Palmer. That sounds really good. Thank you for that suggestion, Doug.
Yeah, just add lemonade, dude.
That's all it is.
Muscle and lemonade.
The ultimate combo.
Now, London, was this the end of your just incredibly long story?
In which he proposes.
No,
Sorry, I didn't want to
What?
spoil it. Wait. No?
Okay, so anyway.
Okay,
so
I'm sorry.
As I was
jumped ahead.
saying, she was kind of not... She didn't seem happy. Anyway, so, but I, I think she's probably just looks unhappy because she doesn't know the end of the lesson that I think she was fishing for. So if the tumor is located on the left side, that means there's a smaller luminal diameter, so signs of obstruction and abdominal pain are going to be more common. Partial blockage can result in alternating constipation and diarrhea with the narrowing of stools known as pencil stools. Frank blood in the stool is also more common with left-sided tumors. If a tumor is located in the rectum, and 20 to 30% of them are, patients will more commonly have black and tarry stool, tenesmus, and a rectal mass leading to a feeling of incomplete evacuation of stool due to the mass. And by this point, she has started to back away from me a little bit.
Yeah, she's checked out.
Yeah.
You had her going and pumped up for a second, and now she's like...
You just said stool too many times, I think.
think
It's lost all meaning. The words lost meaning, so she's just lost.
Well,
Doug, this happens every single time. I think Dr. London is afraid of success.
Stool.
He knows that's the key word that messes people up. And yet why does he insist on bringing it up every single time he's on a first date or just meeting someone?
So okay, well that makes... So, I was finally, almost done at that point with teaching her. So I said, surgery is the only curative treatment for colorectal cancer, and this involves cutting out the tumor-containing bowel as well as resection of regional lymphatics. The CEA level should be obtained before surgery as a sensitive marker for recurrence. Chemotherapy or radiation therapy will depend on staging, and follow-up will vary among physicians, but it is worth knowing that about 90% of recurrences occur within 3 years after surgery, so adequate follow-up is important to prevent this. So I tell this to her as she's walking away, and then I say so we're still
What's
on
the
for
crowd doing at this point?
So a fair amount of them have started booing. So
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
and
sorry.
I was like, okay, well, I got on one knee because I was kind of tired of standing and there wasn't a chair.
Fair.
And
I've noticed that there's not enough chairs in parks.
yeah.
I see benches, but I don't want a bench. I want a chair.
Yeah. So I got up, and then I kind of just, it was like, okay, just yelling after her, I guess we're good for dinner then. And yeah, so she's actually running a little late at this point.
Yeah.
Like pretty late.
I think traffic's probably bad or something. Like it seemed like a bad traffic day or something.
Well, and especially this time of year, mid-February, I feel like everyone's driving around a lot. A lot of football games, maybe.
Great time to drive.
Because football just ended, but people want to party after the Super Bowl. Dr. Lennon, I'm kind of losing hope here.
No, well, you know what? Let's fill ourselves with some hope. Let's hear about Doug's date.
Okay. All right. We've actually known each other a while, but only reconnected recently. I've known her since middle school summer camp, actually. So it's been a while. We stopped talking. I got married, got divorced, and then I recently reconnected. And
okay.
I've just been so excited to finally see her again. And just been waiting here. She's running late as well.
Okay. So she's
bud. She's running late. She's running late, man.
A few months late.
Yeah.
She's getting ready. Did she always used to take a long time to get ready?
Yeah, in middle school, man, she used to take hours to get ready. Yeah, at summer camp.
Yep.
Okay, so
she's actually Canadian as well. Yeah, and that's actually crazy.
You're comfortable with that? You're like okay with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was weird because I go back to school, middle school, and everybody I'd be like, I got a girlfriend, and they're like, no, you didn't, dude. And I'm like, yes, I did. She lives in Canada. You got to believe me.
Yeah.
And it's hard. It's hard being a kid. But
I get that.
I've been talking to her a lot recently, and not recently because my phone died, but
before that, yeah.
Well, does she know, like maybe if she like mixed up the address of the restaurant or something, does she know to, like, is she sure that you're here? Because maybe that could be part of it.
I'm sure she's very intuitive. So I'm guessing that she could probably figure it out. I was kind of been hoping that, seeing as I did not bring a charger or there's not an outlet in this booth.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. I didn't bring a battery pack or nothing.
Yeah, and you didn't want to move to a different booth just in case she arrived and saw this one unoccupied.
Yeah, and I've built a little thing underneath here. I'm not trying to move that out of there somewhere else.
Yeah, you're for it.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it. It is kind of like a fort. I do feel a little bit like a kid in there when I'm in my fort.
It's sort of a safe space.
Oh, man, it really is. Y'all could check it out if you want to, but there's not a whole lot of room.
Yeah, I mean...
It's a safe space, but there's not a lot of space.
Hopefully our dates won't be showing up while we do this. But Dr. Lennon, do we want to check out the little fort area?
Before we go in there, maybe let's get dessert to be on its way. Like, I know our dates are going to come, but, like, it's... actually, maybe we can ask the wait. Like, Terry, have you seen... Maybe we just missed them? Did someone... they're both... Well, two of them are Canadian. Did you see one of... No, that's the main distinguishing feature, Terry. They're Canadian.
Yeah, that's all I got, too. That's all I got to go on.
Cameron, what about yours? Was there any other, like, way for them to spot your date?
Yeah, I mean, it's the hat, really.
Okay.
Oh.
So look out for a hat and two Canadians.
Well, it's the height of the hat. I don't want to say Pharrell height because that's played out. It's more like a Jamiroquai hat.
Okay.
I do not understand the reference, but it sounds tall.
Jamiroquai is sort of the 90s version of Pharrell. Hat-wise.
Okay. Just to clarify for anyone here in this restaurant at our table who doesn't understand that.
Hey, y'all quit eavesdropping.
The Cat in the Hat would be another.
Yeah, sure.
That's a tall hat right there. That's a tall hat.
Real tall hat, lots of LEDs. You can't miss it.
Yeah. So Terry, have you seen
Mike Myers?
A tall hat with a lot of lights in it, or maybe if you no, okay. Well, in that case, I'll go ahead and order. Let's see if you could get me Wendy's Frosty, a chocolate Frosty with some fries to dip it in it. Is that okay? So they'll just. I think it'll take a while.
Yeah,
I'll
actually, can I get? Can I actually get some Frosty to dip in the fries? Sort of the reverse of that. Mm-hmm. It's a dietary thing. Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, he's allergic. Okay.
And if
Doug,
you could just bring me a bowl of whipped cream, I'm just gonna tackle these leftovers and just dip them in some whipped cream.
Okay,
You know.
so let's climb under this table, huh?
See you guys later. I gotta stay up here, but don't touch anything if you can avoid it. There's not enough room. It's not enough room for all three of us.
Oh, you're gonna. Okay. So
I'm gonna hold down the fort in case I see any of our dates.
Okay,
I'll let you know.
Oh,
Okay, Cameron.
Look at he put up like star stickers everywhere. This is beautiful.
And it's
oh my gosh.
He seems to have. He doesn't have an internet connection or a charge to his phone, but he does seem to have a whole like computer setup here.
Yeah.
Like
and an espresso maker.
Yeah.
Let me get some of that.
Here's the thing. I don't think that Doug's date is going to show up. Like, I don't want to break it to him, but...
What? No. I mean, again, getting ready, remember? Or what about, she had to get her, like, tires rotated, right? That can take a little bit of time.
Yes.
No, it's just, after an hour of waiting and,
Here,
we got through
an
my...
espresso? Espresso's ready?
Yeah, okay, yeah,
espresso.
sure. It's supposed to be this cold?
It's not plugged in.
Oh, okay.
It's just an espresso maker.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Should we break it to him?
Yeah. I mean, okay, because Cameron, like, we know our dates are just late, but I gotta, like, months is a lot longer than an hour,
Yeah.
An hour and a month and an hour is a lot.
Here, before we leave, let's write our names in the guest book here.
Yeah.
Thanks for inviting me. Had a great time in the fort.
Sorry about the mess. Okay.
Okay, we're just gonna do that. Okay.
Man, what'd y'all think?
Doug, that was beautiful down there.
Did you guys get a mint? I've been snagging those mints up front, putting my little bowl down there.
Oh, I didn't even. Let me get one of those.
There you go.
You are so hospitable, and you're just a great guy. And what you've done with that space is just wonderful.
Wow.
And it's and any girl would be so lucky to have to share that space with you.
Do like a compliment sandwich. We do like compliment insult.
And
do they have those here?
Oh, actually, can we get
Terry?
2 compliment sandwiches, subs?
Get a children's order from me.
A party sub, please. Like one of those 10-foot long ones that you get at a party.
Yeah.
Can I get a children's party sub? Like a children's 10-foot party sub? Okay. All right.
Right.
So that should be
Okay.
good.
So, okay. Okay. Yeah. So like I said, any girl would be lucky to have to share your space with you under the table.
Wow. I appreciate that.
Anyone, Mia Hamm or whoever.
Wow, Mia Hamm.
Yeah.
I love
sandwich.
soccer.
What other toppings do we need?
Toppings?
Something about lettuce. You have great taste in salads.
No. Say you let us into your safe space, and that was really nice and kind.
Yes.
I appreciate the salad compliment as well, but that's also nice.
Okay. And then the tomatoes. I from my head to my toes, I appreciate your company this evening.
Oh my God. I don't even know what to say. I'm blushing like crazy.
Okay, and now to the meat of it. Hold on.
Your date's not coming. Your date might be dead.
Oh my God. Why do you say dead? What are you talking about? Your date's not coming. He's talking about colorectal cancer.
I couldn't make sense of what he was talking about. I have to assume that she's dead also, just because there were so many like negative sounding words in the mix there.
And
Stool.
Sounded, whatever it was sounded fatal. But my hat girl is definitely going to come. She's just late.
We'd see her coming from a mile away, and
She had to-
have yet to.
I think she had to do laundry, probably.
Oh, mm-hmm.
Based on what she was wearing when I met her, I think she has to do laundry, because there's no way that was the only thing she had,
So maybe your date's not coming either. My date's coming, okay? I wouldn't buy all these salads for no reason.
Your date's not coming. Your date is dead. And
Dead?
But your hair is glowing today. It's so bouncy.
You have nothing to contrast it against, but I appreciate that.
It's
it's a glowing, and like some people would say it's unhealthy to have hair that glows and like radiates light in that way. And I don't know what you put into it. Like if you broke a glow stick or something and rubbed it in.
No, if you look underneath here, there's some glow in the dark stars that I've just been used to layering.
That you put in. Okay.
Yeah, you saw them under the ceiling, right?
Yeah.
The ceiling
no,
meaning the under the table. Okay.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. With that, do you want to? I feel like the only way to really finish this out would be to. And Cameron, I don't know if you're okay with this, but I feel like we should get a chore out of the way.
You want to do that here now?
Yeah, I mean,
chore?
just to like
They got
it's-
bus
we're
boys.
putting it off. And DJ Dylan is already here, so he's got the wheel ready.
Yes.
So we can. Do you want to explain what the chore wheel to our guest at this table?
Completely
Yeah.
lost.
So basically, Dr. London and I, in the years we've been friends and business partners, I usually say we, but it's really his fault. He let a bunch of chores, a bunch of things on our to-do list pile up. Mm-hmm. And so for the last few months, we've been trying to go through this chore list and just knock one thing off the list. And we kind of made it fun by creating this fun chore wheel, which I brought a mini version of the chore wheel here with us. You can see.
Adorable.
And this has all of our chores on it, all of our to-do lists that we got to get done. And we're just going to go ahead and spin it. And whatever it lands on, we just got to do it. Can you help us out with that, Doug?
With the chores or the spinning?
With both.
Yeah, if
But,
you could just give that tiny little wheel, just the tiniest
You want to put
bit.
on the tiny glove with a tiny hand on it to spin it properly.
Okay. I put the tiny glove onto my fingertip and spin the tiny wheel with the tiny glove. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
There it goes. It's a hell of a ball bearing in there.
Okay. I did not want to do this one, but no, good. This is left over from last year, I guess. We neglected to do this last time, but the chore is compliment your date on their best feature.
Wow, that's so convenient that it landed on that.
Yeah.
It actually has been working out like this a lot lately.
That's
We're
incredibly impressive.
It's pretty good because we don't record every chore that we do, and so I mean there definitely has been some where it's been like find the Easter eggs, and it's in like November.
Well, I'm
And
going to
those
go
things
ahead
are
and say it's a little concerning if it's a chore to compliment your dates. So I don't know if you guys want to maybe.
Well, it's
and usually chore wheels have like vacuuming or clean the kitchen. Who's sweeping?
I mean it has that, like do the dishes,
Yeah,
vacuum,
okay.
make
Okay.
prank phone calls to your grandmother, build
Okay.
Elon Musk's Cybertruck.
We have a giant enterprise here that we've put together, and to keep everything, all the plates spinning, we have to do this. And one thing I should add, sorry, and I kind of read it
Plate spinning
incorrectly
is
there.
one of the chores.
We're specifically
Okay.
supposed to stare into the eyes of the person on our left, which is our date, and
Of
speak
course.
the compliments into their souls.
Okay. Okay.
So
That's what I'm supposed to do. So I'm just supposed to turn. I'm just looking at you, Dr. London. I've got to pretend
Yeah.
you're my. Okay.
Pretend, or should you say this to that person?
just to your date, I guess,
Okay.
whatever you
Okay.
would think to say to, I guess.
Okay. All right. Hi, Tila Tequila. It's good to see you again. And I love your Jamiroquai hat, and I was wondering if I could borrow it. That was sort of the intention of this whole interaction.
Wow.
So
Okay.
Do you think did I do it? Is that right?
I guess.
I was
Did
so
you know?
nervous.
Did we-
Oh my gosh,
did
I was
that-
so nervous doing
Yeah,
that.
I know. Oh, but you did so good.
Ooh, thank you.
Okay.
It's good to practice.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to look to my left, and of course, so Terry.
Terry, thanks for sitting down finally. I've been
Yeah,
inviting
Terry-
him for weeks.
Terry, I kind of feel like I feel as if I don't know you. Anyway, but if I could look at your eyes real quick. Okay, you're not big on eye contact, but we'll try to force through this. So Tarfton, we've been through so much together, and I feel like we're really doing great, and I can't wait for you to be compliment. I love that you sound like a yeast infection.
Compliment her nails. Girls love
I
compliment her nails.
love that your nails look like they belong to a yeast infection.
Nice. Yes.
That was good.
Yes. Are you
You
kidding?
crushed it.
Yes.
Nailed it.
High five. Yes.
Man,
Nailed it.
Really.
What the hell? You got Terry to give you a high five? That's impressive.
Yeah, just even the way you say his name, his eyes dart at you.
Terry?
There's a lot
Terry?
of menace in those eyes. I'm sorry.
It's a playful menace.
Okay.
I think Phantom Menace is the. But yeah. So Doug, do you want to pay your look into the eyes of, I guess, well, the way you're positioned, I can't tell if it would have to be Cameron or the stranger next to you.
Cameron, would you be comfortable with being the stand-in, Deborah?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Sorry, it's to Cameron. He's gonna speak.
Oh,
to
it's
Cameron.
me. Yeah, it's not gonna be you guys. Sorry.
Sorry about that. Turn around, lady. Okay, I'm not talking to you.
Here, we
Good
just
Lord.
create some space.
Thank you.
Push them away a little bit.
Okay.
All right.
Deborah, I cherish your penmanship. And
You lied to me, Doug.
Oh my God.
I knew this was gonna happen.
Wow. Wait, what's happening? Wait. Is
You
she?
lied to me.
Are you being channeled? The voice has changed. Deborah, what's wrong with you? Are you
That's
okay?
such a change.
Yeah, it's just like whatever. Yeah, I'm real sorry that I'm late. I was just getting ready for a long time.
Well, that makes me feel better to know that.
You lied to me.
I am so sorry if I misrepresented the truth in some way. If you could fill me in as to how,
That's
I'd
good.
appreciate
That's good.
it.
Assume no guilt. Assume no guilt.
Thank you.
They love
You
that.
lied to me. Doug, is there anything you've lied to her about?
I'm honestly at a loss. I did.
You lied to me in middle school.
Did I?
Oh, no, you can't take
About
this stuff.
the talent
You're-
show.
Yeah.
We were supposed to be a team.
You're right, but I thought that maybe it would sound better
I'm
as a
right?
solo rather than a duet. I thought I would.
You wanted
be
to
better
sing
on my
Islands
own.
in the Stream as a solo. You thought that would be better.
Yeah, I can do both parts.
Okay. Yeah, and you killed it. I'm not gonna lie. You killed it, dude.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
So I
much.
can't-
I was
can't really be
practicing all
mad.
summer.
Yeah, I can't be too mad about that.
Deb, I
All right.
honestly appreciate you taking this so well.
Ooh, okay. I'm sorry. Did I? I tried my best. I'm taking acting
You-
lessons.
What do you
I
mean you tried?
Was immersed.
Okay, I couldn't tell. Was that?
I want. That's something I've been really trying lately. Is that like I want the people around me to almost feel like it's so real that they're playing a VR game.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like that's how I want to be. Is that like my friends are like, oh my god, is this? Am I in a VR game right now? Because it's so real.
I was Ready Player Oneing like crazy.
Ooh, I'm really sorry about that.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
It sounds like it hurts.
My eyes hurt.
Dr. London, do you think?
Yeah, I feel like we did the chore. So DJ Dylan, I know you've been kind of setting the mood here for a while. Would you mind, bumping it up a little bit and sending it? I guess, well, it's a mini chore wheel, so I guess if you could mini demolish it. Yeah.
And maybe play a very mini outro song. Just the tiniest closing or finishing the chore wheel song.
As in it sounds small, like the Chipmunks, or like it's short?
Yes.
I want to leave that up to Dylan's interpretation. I think it could be taken a number of different ways.
Okay.
Wow, yeah, great choice.
That was extremely tiny. Thank you, Dylan. That was great.
Yeah.
And on the fly like that, honestly,
Yeah.
So
impressive.
good.
No, he's great at that. So
His laptop is smoking right now.
That's not good for it. I know that much.
That's how hard he was.
he's that good. Like it's not good for most laptops like used by us, but whenever he's at the wheel, at the helm,
Yeah.
the game has changed. But I feel like, we've been here for a while and at least one of our dates might have passed away. So I'd say maybe Doug, you should probably find a way to charge your phone.
If you guys want to take it home, charge it for me, bring it back to me, I'd appreciate that. Or if you want to bring me a charger or get an extension cord, find an outlet, bring it to here.
Oh, you haven't even looked for an outlet.
Not there's not one underneath this booth. I don't want to impose on any
You
of
haven't
the
explored beyond
fellow
that makes
patrons.
sense. Yeah.
And his computer setup down there was already part of that must have already been there, is what I'm assuming. And so you didn't want to disconnect anything just in case it messed with the restaurant's powers.
I can't get that to turn on either. So
okay. Yeah, so with that in mind, okay, so you're gonna stay here. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. And I guess do I have to check out? I don't want to. Yeah, no, I'll cover the tab, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Just with the Patreon.
So
are you kidding me? With the amount of money we're making on this Patreon, boy, ooh,
man,
we can buy all the burgers in the world. You kidding me?
Yeah,
I gotta think about starting one of these.
Worth it is what I'm hearing. So so my name is drlondonsmith.com. Yes, I'd like to pay this bill. That's our producer Cameron, of course. And this has been Doug.
Well,
Doug, before we leave, do you have anything to promote?
Well, I don't know if I have anything for myself. I haven't made a Twitter account or nothing, but I know this guy, Keller Knoblock, on there. He's supposed to be pretty funny. Somebody was printing out tweets and dropping them under the table. They're pretty good. And I think he was, I was too scared to say anything, but two people sat down at this table and had a whole conversation about some podcast called the 500 Greatest Films Podcast, and it sounded interesting and informative and entertaining. So, that's about all I have as far as new information.
So you're going to download that podcast the second your phone gets up and running again, right?
Oh my God, yeah. As soon as I get that thing plugged in, if you guys want to take that home, that's still on the table. You guys can do that for me. But yeah.
Perfect.
Great, yeah. All right, so that was our guest at the table, Doug Spritz. That was our producer, Cameron. Thank you for serenading us throughout the meal. Did you know in the house?
Tarfton, Fambringo, Tarfton, Fambringo, Tarfton, Fambringo. You're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down.
Nothing's gonna ever keep you down.
Nothing's gonna ever keep you down.
My name is drlondonsmith.com, and this has been the Jock Doc Podcast.
See ya.
Bye.
Nothing's gonna ever keep you down. As you hold her in your arms, you know it's too good to be true. Surely there must be a catch. You briefly glance around, but somehow pigs are not flying and the world is not ending. at least not discernibly within your line of sight. Surely, this is the greatest moment of your life. You hesitate to call it that, though, remembering the day that you earned your PhD, that time that you climbed through the sewers to acquire that shiny penny, and of course, that really good hair day in October of 1997. No, this moment really does top them all. The embrace lasts only for a few seconds, however, before she releases her hold, and you do the same, hoping to hide some degree of your enthusiasm. You may have been the smelling guy that she agreed to cash in on a $50 bet, but you came out of that with the greatest riches of all. Speaking of real treasure all along, don't forget to leave a 5-star review of the Jock Doc podcast, in which you share about the times when someone had to be paid to show you a physical sign of affection. And consider joining our Patreon, where we have new episodes that ditch the medical lessons to give you a hefty dose of improvised comedy. And while you're at it, go ahead and share the Jock Doc podcast with a friend or foe. You can send them a link to your favorite episode, or just send them our handy website, jockdocpodcast.com, which is also a great place to find a link to the Patreon. And don't forget to take a peek at our posts on social media. We are at Jock Dog Podcast. Thanks for listening.